Good day to you, and welcome back to this episode of the podcast. Catch it, a new perception. My name is Katuk. A couple of episodes ago, we were talking a little bit about inspiration and some things externally that could inspire us. Storytelling. Now, some of that I understand might be internal, and the way that it may be internal is as we are sharing the stories. Like I said, it can be just as inspiring. What about things that are internal, that are inspiring? And I think about love. Now, to me, love is inspiring. And it's not external, it's internal. Whether I am giving or receiving love, it's internal. It's not external. It doesn't come from out there. Even though someone else may share their love with me, it must be in me. I must have love inside of me for me to be able to accept love from someone else. So therefore, it's internal. Now that portion may be coming from someone else. What's more inspiring? Being loved or loving? For me, I believe it's more inspiring to be loving. And to be loved really feels good. That's not necessarily inspiration. Inspiration can come from love. And when I speak of love, I often talk about dignity and respect. There are two things that either coincide with love for me, or they are in the essence of love, or they are part of love. When I tell someone that I respect them, I respect what they did, I respect what they said, I respect who they are, I respect something about them. In essence, it's just a different word than saying, I love you. Now, that might not be true for everyone. If I respect something someone did, there is such deep emotion for that respect that there is love with it. I'm not saying that everyone sees it that way. I'm not saying that everyone experiences that. What I'm saying is, often for me, love, dignity, and respect are all part of love. Dignity. Think about that. How dignity can be inspiring. To have dignity. To show someone else dignity. How inspiring that can be for them. How inspiring it can be for you. If I show someone else some dignity and respect, I could get inspired by it more than what they do. Because I want some of that in my life. I saw how they treated that person. I saw what they did for that person, and they're not really telling anyone. They're holding it. And they're just kind. They're generous. With their time, with their money, with their emotions, with their voice. They're kind and generous. I see that as dignity. I give them respect. I show them dignity because of what they show others. That inspires me to want to learn how to do that myself. That inspires me to want to do that more often myself. Maybe I've been doing it my whole life, or for decades of my life, or for years, or I learned it months ago and I've been doing it every day. And I see someone else do it and it inspires me to want to continue to do it. Dignity, respect, love. How does it inspire you? Does it inspire you? Does it not inspire you? Does it disgust you? Do you not like when someone respects someone else? When someone else shows dignity to someone else? One of the things that I have a hard time with watching some professional sports, and probably many different levels of sports nowadays, because it's not just in professional sports. One thing I have a hard time with is someone makes a particular play, or maybe say in the NFL or college football, they make a big play and then they start like strutting, pounding their chest in some fashion, whether they're literally doing that, flexing their muscles, acting like, look at me. I don't think there's any dignity in that. Me personally, I don't see any dignity in that. When someone makes that play, and then they go back to the huddle and prepare to make that same play next time, without strutting across the field, without flexing their muscles, acting like they're ripping their shirt off, whatever it is that they do in basketball, baseball, football, soccer, whatever sport that might be. Wrestling's probably a great example of lack of dignity when it comes to this. In strutting their stuff, acting like they're something special. MMA, boxing, all of it. Knock somebody out and they walk around the ring like, look at me, I'm something special. I don't see that. I don't think that that's toughness. I don't think that that's strength. That's me personally. I don't see it the way other people see it. Maybe some people see it like I do. To me, dignity is when someone gets all puffed up and they get frustrated and it's turning to anger. And they start verbally going after someone. Dignity is the one that can be quiet. Look at them and walk away. Dignity, a form of love, a form of respect. Dignity is when we're driving and you cut me off, or maybe I cut you off. Either way, I've seen it happen both ways. Or even not being cut off, just someone not liking something when someone's driving. The other day, I'm in the pass lane. Some guy's in front of me and he moves over to the driving lane and he moves over to the right so I can pass him. I go to pass him and he flips me off. Gives me the high sign with the middle finger. I looked at him. I thought, that's interesting. And I move on. To me, that is dignity. That is respect. Maybe I got inspired when I saw someone else do that. When I was younger and I didn't know any better, I was frustrated and I flew that high sign of the middle finger towards them. And they just looked at me. I said, "Be careful." And they went on. Maybe I was inspired to be the way I am when it comes to things like that. Maybe the reason I don't see much dignity in people flexing their muscles or strutting around the ring or any of that stuff that comes with it is because I don't do those things. Maybe it's a misperception on my part. Maybe I don't understand. And if I have a lack of understanding, I'm okay with that. If I understood it any better, would I walk around flexing my muscles or strutting across the field? Probably wouldn't. It reminds me of a professional football player. I think the most exciting running back I ever saw play in the NFL. He played for a team called the Detroit Lions. I'm not saying he was the best. I'm saying he was the most exciting in my mind because he would make a fool out of you the way that he could run and you couldn't catch him. Literally. His name was Barry Sanders. And he would just outmaneuver people. And he would cross the goal line with a touchdown. He would hand the football to the referee. He didn't spike the ball. He didn't dance around. He didn't say, "Hey, look at me." He was a team player that did his best, and every time he crossed that goal line, he either left the ball where it was, and generally speaking, he handed it to the ref. Then he went to the sidelines. What dignity. Unbelievable. How could I not have respect, admiration for that guy? Admiration, dignity, respect look like love. How does that not inspire me? Okay? What I've learned is that did inspire me. That inspired me even though I'm not on the football field playing professional football. It inspired me to be like that in my everyday life. To show love, dignity, and respect. I saw it somewhere else. Maybe you could be that example of someone. Maybe you could be that example of someone for someone and show the world what love looks like from a different point of view. Maybe you'll be the one to inspire millions of people because of the love that you show, the respect, the dignity. Maybe it's because of the admiration you had for someone else that you found this. And you share it through action. And your actions get sprinkled to hundreds, to thousands, maybe to millions of people. There's many different ways that love can inspire us. It doesn't mean an intimate, romantic love, although that can be there too. It means dignity, respect, admiration. That's love. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world.